And I do believe we are live. What is going on, guys? K-Dog's Kennel coming at you with a different episode of NFL Picks. First of all, I want to apologize. I was not on camera last week doing picks. I had been severely under the weather, not really having much of a voice. Really didn't feel like coming up in front of up into my office to get on camera. And looking back, kind of at what happened, I mean, we're going to discuss a lot today in this video. I don't care about picks. I'm going to just make the picks at the end of this video. But looking at this past week, especially with what happened during the Monday night game between the Bills and the Bengals, my thoughts are not on the final week of the season coming up. And I think anybody that's worth their salt, their mind shouldn't be on that either. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, what I am referring to, this past Monday, during the Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals Monday night game, football became very real. Football is a very dangerous game. Football is a very physical game. And unfortunately, injuries are a part of the game. But what we saw this past Monday was something so much more serious. If you're not really sure what I am talking about what happened with Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin. If you didn't see it, be glad you didn't. It's not something I want to see again. I, much like a lot of people, were looking forward to Monday night, Buffalo, Cincinnati, in a game, no doubt, with playoff implications on the line. About midway through the first quarter, Joe Burrow connected with T. Higgins. Damar Hamlin made the stop, made the tackle. T. Higgins, fighting for extra yards, struck Damar Hamlin in the chest. After the play, Damar stood up, and probably about 2, 3, 4 seconds, he kind of weeble wobbled a little bit, and then Damar Hamlin collapsed. Damar Hamlin fell straight back on the field, motionless. I, at the time, was watching Tom Grossi. Not that Tom Grossi's, ever going to watch this video. Tom Grossi is the host of the Packcast podcast, and Tom always broadcasts live streams primetime games, whether it be Thursday night. Obviously, he's a diehard Green Bay Packers fan. So I was kind of watching his podcast as well. Kind of had the game on in the background for noise, and I didn't exactly see the play. I saw the replay of the hit, and that was enough for me. And then I heard Tom mention something about they're bringing an ambulance onto the field. And it was at that point in time I realized we have a very serious situation on our hands. The game would ultimately be postponed or delayed at first. They took Mr. Hamlin off of the field. The next thing I heard Tom Grossi say was they were doing CPR. And again, that just took on a whole new meaning. This kid's really hurt. If they're doing CPR on the field, this is a very serious situation. Ultimately, obviously the Bills-Bengals game was postponed, to which a lot of people had the audacity to throw a fit. If you're one of those people that had a problem with the fact that the NFL postponed this game because of what happened to Damar Hamlin, then fuck you. I'm normally not like that. But when this 24-year-old man collapses on the field in a life or death situation, and your number one concern is, well, who's going to win the game? Fuck you. I applaud the NFL for their decision. I applaud Cincinnati Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. I applaud Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott for their decision to not continue with the game. Those players had no business on that field after what happened to Damar Hamlin. Hours had passed. It was revealed that Damar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest, which, if you're not really sure what cardiac arrest is, essentially his heart stopped. Now, whether he had a heart attack or anything of that nature, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a cardiologist. I know they did CPR on Damar Hamlin for approximately 8 to 9 minutes before they took him in the ambulance. Damar Hamlin's family, his mom, was in the crowd. I can't imagine, as a parent, to see that happen to your child. They loaded Damar into the ambulance and they left the field, and then they were out in the parking lot awaiting Damar's mom so she could ride with her son. Damar Hamlin's heart stopped. Thank God he was resuscitated on the field. His heart stopped again at the hospital. Thank God they got him resuscitated again. As of this recording, on January 5th, 2023, signs are showing that Damar Hamlin is improving. His oxygen, he was intubated. Obviously, he was sedated to let his body heal. He was on 100% oxygen the night he collapsed. Again, as of this recording, he is now on 50% oxygen, which means he is breathing on his own, not fully. But the fact that they've weaned him from 100% oxygen down to 50 is amazing. It really, really is. The outpouring of love from the NFL community, out of this world. Every NFL team changed their profile picture on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was Twitter. Changed their profile picture to what my thumbnail for this video is the Pray for Damar, number 3. I have witnessed a lot of things in my 40 years on this planet. I have been a football fan most of my life. I have seen players get injured. I have seen players get severely hurt. But never in my life did I ever think I would see a young man suffer a injury. Everybody calls it an injury, medical duress, whatever you want to call it, of that magnitude. It's bothersome that there are people in this world. I mentioned Tom Grossi again because in his live stream, there were people like commenting that he was dead. He was already dead. Demar Hamlin is not dead. And shame on you people for saying that. Because if that was your loved one, would you want somebody saying shit like that about your loved ones? No, you wouldn't. I watch Undisputed, which is a show on ESPN and ESPN2 with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Now, Skip Bayless, I understand Skip Bayless is a professional. Skip Bayless is, he's not stupid. Everybody's like, and I understand why people have lashed at him the way that he did. And actually, I do want to read his tweet from the other day. I believe this was the night that Damar collapsed. I should have this brought up already, but let me... there we go. Real Skip Bayless. Damn it, I got to scroll through. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm sorry. I guess I should have had this this up. So, unless he took it down. Hold on. Going through the Facebook now, or the Twitter, excuse me. He might have taken it down because I'm not even seeing it anymore. Because now I'm on January 1st and it is not there. So, oh no, here it is. Here it is. He did not take it down. Skip Bayless, what I'm about to read, Skip Bayless, you are a piece of shit. I understand what you were trying to convey, but the way you worded this was deplorable. This is a tweet from Skip Bayless on January 2nd. Says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Who cares that they postponed the game? And how could the NFL do that? How could they come to that consensus? Because a 24-year-old man could have died on the football field on Monday night, Skip Bayless. That's why. The Bengals and the Bills, they're not thinking about that. I saw another tweet. I'm not sure if I think it was from a Kansas City Chiefs fan or somebody that stated, or I'm sorry, from a, I don't even know who it was, but talking about, well, I guess Kansas City's going to get the number 1 seed now. That's bullshit. Who cares who gets the number 1 seed? Why does that matter right now? I understand if you're a fan of Buffalo or Cincinnati and they don't get the number 1 seed because this game was postponed and there's been no talk of making it up. Who fucking cares? This is about a young man fighting for his life, not a fucking playoff seeding. I'm not going to go as crazy as some people on Skip Bayless's Twitter. I understand what Skip Bayless was trying to convey. Just a poor choice of words in that time. Because in that moment, Monday night, it is now Thursday morning, 9:13 a.m. where I live. And the only thing that matters is the health and the well-being of Damar Hamlin. Everything else is secondary. I debated. I wasn't even going to make a video, and I'm like, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't come up here because I was under the weather last week. I did I did post my picks last week, which we're going to get into picks here in just a minute. Like I said, I'm just going to blitz through them. I'm not even going to really talk about it. I had a list, but you know what? I don't even care about that. I was going to talk about like playoff scenario. None of that matter. The picks are secondary in this video. So if you came just to watch the picks, yeah, you'll get them. But like I said, what is happening in our world right now with Damar Hamlin is so much more important than making fucking random football picks. Damar on his, I think he had a GoFundMe for trying to raise money for toys for children. I guess he's done this the last couple of years. His goal was at $1,200. It's almost $7 million as of right now. When Damar Hamlin, and yes, I said when Damar Hamlin, not if, when Damar Hamlin comes out of this, that is going to hit him like there's no tomorrow. The world has become a scary place, but you know what? Monday night, seeing the world come together the way they did in the wake of Damar Hamlin's horrific incident, I miss that world. I miss living in that world. I miss people caring about one another because it doesn't happen anymore. But, like I said, you can let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. Anything negative regarding Damar Hamlin will get you, the comment will be removed. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but this injury affected us all. I applaud Commissioner Goodell and the rest of the NFL for the decision that they made. Thank you to the Bengals medical staff, the Bills medical staff that got this man the help he needed, because honestly, without their swift and quick decision making, it could have turned out much worse. And for those of you that are still whining about that the game was postponed, or those of you that support the tweet made by Skip Bayless, shame on you. Shame on you. So, but I, as a YouTube content creator, I extend my sincerest thoughts and prayers to the family of Damar Hamlin, to the Buffalo Bills organization, to the Cincinnati Bengals organization, because that couldn't have been easy for them either. May Damar continue to rise above this, overcome this. If he doesn't play another down in football, so be it. Football does not matter. Yo, what's up, Game Pro? Cheers, brother. Football is secondary right now to this man's life. So, but yeah, almost 17 minutes. I talked about, like I said, this, to me, what happened on Monday with Damar Hamlin was more important than coming up here and making football picks. And we're going to get into picks right now. Like I said, just horrible. It just, being from Buffalo, we have faced a lot of tragedy. Yeah, Buffalo has had it rough. Buffalo has gone through a lot of, a couple of blizzards. Buffalo has been forced out of Orchard Park. They were forced to play in Detroit right before Thanksgiving. They got hit with 70 inches of snow. And then obviously, with what happened on Monday, with the Damar Hamlin situation, all the more reason why I want Buffalo to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not saying, in the face of tragedy, Buffalo deserves it, but like I said, Buffalo has had it rough, but my thoughts are with Buffalo, and like I said, anybody affected by what happened with Damar Hamlin. I wish that young man nothing but the absolute best. I hope to see in the coming days that he can come out of this. He will actually remain, last report, actually, I'm looking at my other monitor here. They're expecting Damar to be in ICU for the next several days as he continues to. They're going to be continuing to monitor his prognosis going forward. And honestly, I hate to say it, the best place he can be, because they have been. Why do I have a message for? Oh, people can swear. I don't care. Show it. May 14th, shooting. People died from the blizzard. House fire. Were 5 children. Oh my God. The house fire I didn't hear about. I do remember the shooting. I do. That was just a random act of violence. That's what this world is. Yeah, and then and now this. That's why I wanted to come up here. Like I said, I'm just going to blitz through picks. I'm not even really going to talk about it because, like I said, the games in my heart, the games are meaningless. The only thing that matters to me is the safety, the well-being of Bill's safety, Damar Hamlin. So, like I said, to the Bills organization, my thoughts and prayers are with you. To everyone in Buffalo, anyone affected by this, my thoughts and prayers are with you. And like I said, I just pray that Damar makes a full recovery from this. So, but let's go ahead and get into these picks. I appreciate it. As a Buffalonian, there we go. I couldn't say it at first, but the least we can do as fans is to come together. That's why the thumbnail for this video is the pray for Damar. That's been all over Twitter and social media since he got hurt. But so week 16, we ended up going 11-5. which brought us to 151, 89, and 2. Like I said, I did not put week 17 up on video because I was so under the weather. I did post them. And then last week, we went 11 and 4. Obviously, Monday night's game got postponed. If I were the NFL, I wouldn't even bother making it up because you know what? Who cares? In regards to that. So we are sitting now at 162, 93, and 2 on the year. Again, I'm going to blitz through these. Really not going to talk about them. And these games are out of order. I actually wrote the game schedule out prior to Monday night's game. Liked and shared. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this video just because of the whole Damar thing. I mean, I'm not making this video for views by any means. I'm making this video because as a football fan, I wanted to come out here and pour my heart out. You know, because anything that we as a community can do in this time for Damar and his family is well worth it in my eyes. But like I said, some of these games are going to be completely out of whack because, like I said, I made the game list prior to Monday night's game. So let's just jump into Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I got the Buccaneers going over in the game. Bucs have already clinched the NFC South. So the Patriots at the Bills. Obviously, Buffalo is going to be playing with heavy hearts. I want the Bills to win this game. Just because, and it's not just the whole Damar Hamlin thing. Buffalo's the better team. That's just how that works. And like I said, I want Buffalo to win the Super Bowl a lot. Buffalo fucking deserves it. Not only do they deserve it because they've never won one, just everything that the city has endured this year. I shouldn't say this year. We're only 5 days into the year, but this season, Buffalo deserves it. Vikings and Bears. I got the Vikings going over. I think the Bears are going to end up with the number 1 draft pick. So yeah, give me the Vikings in that. Ravens, Bengals. I got the Bengals going over in this game again. Cincinnati. They're going to be playing this game with heavy hearts as well. And speaking of heavy hearts, the people who have verbally eviscerated T. Higgins, shame on you as well. Blaming T. Higgins. The reason Damar Hamlin is where he is right now is because of T. Higgins. No, it's not. T. Higgins did his fucking job as a football player. Damar Hamlin did his fucking job as a football player. No one expected this. No one expected Monday to transpire the way it did. So those of you that are blasting T. Higgins, shame on you. Get real. I want you to ask T. Higgins how he feels, because I'm sure he feels like shit. T. Higgins is just doing his job. We don't blame it. Right. Yeah. A normal fan has no blame for him whatsoever. A freak accident, like I said, things like this happen, not like this, but this is unprecedented. But yeah, T. Higgins simply just did his job. And so did Damar Hamlin, like I said. And I'm sure, Damar is not going to blame T. Higgins. Damar's family is not going to blame T. Higgins. Like I said, things happen, but yeah, I saw that on Instagram. People were like commenting that, he's a murderer. No, he's not. Damar's not. He's, for God's sakes, the man's not dead. He's alive. Just ridiculous. But I got Cincinnati going over Baltimore. Chargers, Broncos. I got the Chargers going over. It's a lost season for Denver. Lions, Packers, which has been flexed to the Sunday night spot. I've got the Packers going over. Green Bay has to win, and they're in. I would have never thought that was going to be the case a month ago when Green Bay was 4-8. But here we are on the precipice. And I think if Green Bay can get in, Green Bay can be a scary team if that defense holds up. Got to run for now, but appreciate it. Hey, not a problem, man. Not a problem. Like I said, Buffalo. We're all Buffalonians right now. At least we should be. Texans and Colts. I got the Texans going over in this game. I think the Colts are just absolute ass. But yeah, I got the Texans going over in an upset there. Chiefs, Raiders. I got the Chiefs going over in that game. Jets, Dolphins. I've got Miami going over. Lost season for the Jets. At one point in time, the Jets were 7-3 and they choked. Panthers and Saints. I got the Saints going over in that game. Giants, Eagles. I like the Eagles in the game. Giants already clinched their spot. Eagles trying to clinch down the number 1 seed. Browns, Steelers. I got the Steelers going over in that game. Big thank you to the Browns for knocking out the Commanders. That was really cool last week. But Cardinals and 49ers. I got the 49ers going over. Rams, Seahawks. I got the Seahawks going over. Dallas Cowboys and Washington Commanders. I have the Commanders going over. And then I think on Saturday they have the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner wins the AFC South. The loser can get in, but is going to need a lot of help. But I got the Jacksonville Jaguars going over. So, like I said, sorry, pick wise, if you guys were expecting a little bit more. I mean, I usually don't just blow through them, but like I said, football, it is not about football this week. It is about Damar Hamlin. And again, to everyone affected by what happened to him, my thoughts and prayers are with you. The city of Buffalo, my thoughts and prayers are with you as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know in the comments anything you want to say. Like I said, anything derogatory about Damar will be removed. But yeah, let us as football fans, let us come together and pray. Continue to pray for Bill's safety, Damar Hamlin. So that being said, I will be back up here next week with wild card playoff predictions. And yeah, hopefully having some more positive news on Damar Hamlin's condition and all that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Give this video a thumbs up if you would. Pretty please, it does help the channel grow. Also want to shout out our sponsor, Poggers. You can find their website, www.drinkpoggers.com/kennel. Using my code word will save you 10% off everything on their website. Do check them out. They are worth it. Love you guys. And again, prayers to Damar Hamlin for his continued recovery from Monday night's unfortunate incident. Like I said, hang strong, young man. We're all praying for you. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.